South by Southwest brought more than just visitors to Austin. How crime came with the festival.
Drag shows are under threat in Texas. Find out what two controversial bills can mean for the future of performances.
The first Black undergrad students began at UT in 1954. We'll show you what the university is doing to recognize their accomplishments. Reporting Texas TV starts now.
Good evening, I'm Sloan Wick.
And I'm Emily Schumacher. Austin police released their crime statistics from South by Southwest. 61 guns and 98 pounds of marijuana were confiscated during the festival. They also arrested 161 people. This crackdown is part of a new operation called the Violent Crimes Initiative. Gun confiscations and arrests are about the same as last year, but the amount of drugs found decreased by more than half.
The issue of gun violence doesn't stop at South by Southwest. If you passed the state capitol last Saturday, you may have seen people rallied together. Advocates for gun control marched in hopes of raising the minimum age to purchase an assault weapon in Texas. Young students from across Texas say they want more action from the state government.
We can't get tired in this fight because in the end of the day, things need to get done, but it takes time.
Every single time I'm here, honestly, instead of a feeling of pride, it's just a feeling of disappointment.
It wasn't just advocates who showed up. Several family members of children killed in the Uvalde school shooting attended the rally. More information on the upcoming rallies can be found on the March for Our Lives website.
More rallies took over the state capitol grounds this past week in opposition of two recent bills they believed are aimed at silencing the LGBTQ community. In the Texas legislature, lawmakers are discussing Senate Bills 12 and 1601. These bills are designed to classify drag shows as explicit for minors and allow the state to fine businesses for hosting them.
We have no interest in indoctrinating children. Just kind of read and share a message of inclusivity and kindness, and I don't think those are terrible messages to put out there.
These bills are currently in the Senate State Affairs Committee. As the cost of living continues to climb, so does eviction notices. Austin averaged more than 200 eviction flings per week most of March. That is according to the Eviction Lab, which is an online database. That's 3.5% more than last year. Austin leaders are taking action by requiring landlords to give an advance notice before the renter has to leave.
A popular Austin graffiti park has finalized plans to move to its permanent home. The Hope Outdoor Gallery is moving to a nearly 18-acre open cultural event center near Austin Bergstrom Airport. So far, there is no opening date. The gallery was forced to move in 2019 from their downtown location after the land was bought to build condos. A local nonprofit hit a major milestone this year. Manos de Cristos is celebrating 35 years of helping out the Austin community. They assist more than 30,000 low-income residents every year with dental checkups, clothes, food, and education programs.
We want to make sure that dental is not a luxury. We want to make sure that people take care of their teeth all of the time.
The organization was originally located off Cesar Chavez, but now has a 10,000 square foot building with a dental center.
A new exhibit in East Mall is honoring early Black UT students. The temporary project called Precursors, We Are Texas East Mall shows and displays the stories of the first Black students to study at UT in the 1950s. Visitors can scan QR codes to learn more about the students being recognized. The exhibit is on display next to the MLK statue until March 31st. If you enjoy Austin's live music scene and free food, then you might want to add this festival to your list for next year.
Students and families came together to play games and listen to live music at UT's annual 40 Acres Fest. Reporting Texas TV's Michelle Tamayo is live in the newsroom with the story.
Student bands and famous musicians were all present on campus for UT's annual celebration of live music. This year's opener was a female singer-songwriter from California.
Sarah Anderson is volunteering alongside her spirit group, Texas Royales, who are dedicated to campus engagement. They offered free activities for all ages.
We're celebrating 40 Acres Fest this year by doing tie-dye bandanas and face painting. But there's a lot of other groups who have booth competitions and they're fundraising for their philanthropies.
The fest celebrated its 30-year anniversary with a circus theme where the organizers included bouncy attractions and sweet and savory treats.
So the purpose of 40 Acres Fest is to just really celebrate UT community, especially the talent of the bands that we have, and then the student orgs, just to really highlight them and celebrate them.
As the sun went down, booths packed up while students crowded around the stage.
In early March, UT hosted a friendly competition for student bands where the winner got to open for the festival's headlining artist. This year's winner was West 22nd.
Singer-songwriter Remy Wolf headlined the fest and attracted the largest crowd throughout the entire 6-hour festival.
I love the live music, definitely. That's my favorite part of the 40 Acres Fest. I love seeing all the performances, but it's also just seeing like the culture of people interacting, having a good time.
And at least 4 of them were student artists. Live in the newsroom, Michelle Tamayo reporting Texas TV.
Austin, how local students are working together to bring the virtual and physical world together.
City Council is worried about e-scooters that are left in streets, potentially putting pedestrians and drivers in danger.
My love for this place is as deep as the smoky flavor of a Texas brisket. I love the elbow room. I love how easy friendships come. I built my life under this Texas sky, but hurricanes and floods have hit us hard, and they say more storms are coming. My strength keeps me going. My flood insurance helps me stay. This is the great state of Texas, and I'm here for the long haul.
Protect your corner of the world with flood insurance.
If you don't want it, I'll sure take it. That's the story I'm here to tell. Parts of broken motorcycles, dirty old pickles, I even like the smell. Well, I'll take the rap and the rest of that stuff. Honey, you know it sure enough. Just throw it out and there'll be no doubt, and I'll take care of the rest, yeah. And if you don't mess with Texas, Texas gonna be the best. Don't mess with Texas.
In Texas, it's illegal to pick bluebonnets, right? Wrong. This is merely a rumor concerning our beloved official state flower. While there's no law that forbids you from picking these flowers, it might be illegal or unsafe in some situations. First, be courteous and take care of the flowers that so many Texans enjoy. Some are annuals that won't reseed if they are picked or trampled. Never trespass on private property, and don't damage or destroy rights of way, like digging up large clumps of flowers or driving into a field of wildflowers. Finally, remember that it is against the law to pick, cut, or destroy any plant life at Texas state parks, including bluebonnets. Wildflower season will be here soon. These treasures attract many visitors each year, and you can find them across the state. So get outside, be safe, and enjoy.
If you liked playing Pokemon Go or using face filters on social media, you'll want to hear this next story.
An event here on UT campus helps students learn how to create their very own augmented reality applications. Razel Yanezez is live within the studio with the story.
BuildFest was a 3-day event that brought a group of diverse UT students together. They tried to make a difference by tackling various social issues.
It started with 11 teams, each one tasked with building an augmented reality application, otherwise known as AR. One team focused on raising awareness about a Black-owned newspaper building in Austin now replaced with a coffee shop. This event is called BuildFest. It's held every year by the Texas Immersive Institute, or TXI. Participants gain real-world experience by using AR tech through the program Eighth Wall.
It opens doors to not only perhaps new avenues of places you can work or things you can do for your future, but it gives you a sense of how augmented reality can be more than just a game.
Professor Erin Riley says she's a huge proponent for AR because it is so accessible. AR includes things like face filters and virtual therapy dogs, anything that fuses the real and digital worlds. Zane Giordano, a TXI fellow, wants to show young adults they can make a positive impact for the future.
It's really about making technology tangible and allowing people to build solutions for their own lives using it.
The First Place team made an AR application called Recyclor that teaches kids about proper recycling habits.
It was mainly just a focus on pursuing a sustainability initiative and environmental action.
Riley hopes the event helps students make a big difference in the future.
And now they're walking out with a deeper understanding that they can see that something they can do can actually make change.
To learn more about TXI and their mission, check out the link with this story on reportingtexastv.com.
E-scooters lying on streets or sidewalks are a big concern for some Austin City Council members. The scooters offer riders a convenient option to get around Austin. But when riders are done, they often leave the scooters on busy sidewalks or on roads. One council member plans to propose increasing penalties for those that park the devices incorrectly.
I've heard from mothers who have baby strollers. They're pushing down the street and they can't get through on a sidewalk because scooters are polluting our sidewalks.
Increasing penalties is part of a proposal being discussed on April 20th. Council members also plan to propose working with scooter companies to ensure safer parking practices. Companies like Lime, Bird, and Super Pedestrian say they are open to working with the city.
If you decide to use your car to travel around Austin, be aware of traffic jams on I-35. The Texas Department of Transportation broke ground this week on the I-35 Capitol Express North Project in North Austin. This 8-mile, $606 million widening of I-35 will be done between the SH-45 tollway in Round Rock and the Highway 290 interchange in North Austin.
Be prepared to grab your sunscreen and your umbrellas this weekend. All you need to know about the weather we're expecting.
Dell Match Play hosted its final competition in Austin. Coming up, we will tell you how UT alum Scotty Scheffler finished in the tournament.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
so much rain this past week. I hope it clears up soon.
I hope so too. I mean, I know we need the rain, but honestly, I prefer the sun.
You know, I have to agree with you both. Today we got cloudy skies with no sun in sight. But the good news is it looks like we have some sunny days heading into next week. Taking a look at on campus, we have cloudy skies shattered. If you're going out tonight, it might be a great idea to carry an umbrella, as tonight brings a slight chance of thunderstorms. The humidity is at high at 96% and will increase throughout the night. Tonight, expect scattered showers and drizzles that should mainly be light before 1 a.m. Skies are still cloudy with temperatures in the high 70s and high humidity. South winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. As we head into Friday, temperatures will be a lot warmer. The high is in the mid to upper 80s, getting close to the 90s. We could have a brief isolated shower with a 20% chance of rain, but besides that, much warmer weather heading into the weekend. Over the weekend, we can expect cloudy skies going into Saturday. On Sunday, there's a 30% chance of rain, bringing scattered thunderstorms. Let's get a look at the start of next week, talking about Monday and Tuesday. Take a look at those temperatures. We have record highs, bringing it out, and highs in the 90s under partly cloudy skies. Wednesdays will be warm with highs in the mid-80s and some scattered thunderstorms carrying into Thursday. Now, I don't know how y'all are feeling, but I'm ready for this sunny weather. I say let's bring the heat.
Heat is a touchy subject here in Texas. It gets pretty hot pretty fast, and honestly, don't know if I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect either, so we'll see.
Parking changes coming to Zilker. Why you may have to pay more to see the park.
Coming up in sports, UT basketball names a new head coach, and Texas baseball catches its first College Station win since 2011.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
What sports season are we coming into?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Baseball started.
Baseball.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
You talk to... In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Welcome back. I'm Adam Ogman with your sports update. We'll start with the big news out of Austin this week. After plenty of speculation, Texas officially named Rodney Terry as the new men's basketball coach on Monday evening. After taking over as interim coach on December 12th, Terry led Texas to its first Elite Eight in 15 years. He says 10 years as an assistant in Texas have prepared him for his new role.
No one knows this place better than me in terms of, the landscape, how to be successful here at an elite level. And, I tried to convey that to our guys and what that took. I tried to bring back former players to convey that to our guys and embrace, playing at the University of Texas.
Terry signed a 5-year contract with the school and is set to earn around $3 million per year. Now let's head over to the baseball diamond for a Lone Star showdown. Texas looking to win its first game against Texas A&M in College Station since 2011. Top of the first, Porter Brown, he's going to get a hold of this one and drive it deep into left center field. That hit scores 2 runs and gives the Longhorns an early advantage. Now to the third inning we go. Runners on the quarter. Dylan Campbell is going to bring another one home with this single. Texas leading it 3-1 in the third. Now to the eighth we go. Garrett Gilmette, he's going to take one for the team there. That hit by pitch drives in another Longhorn run to make it 4-2. A&M, though, not done yet. Last chance, tying run to the plate, but Zane Morehouse slams the door shut with a strikeout. Texas wins this one 5-2 and extends its winning streak to 15 games. Changing gears, it was an action-packed weekend over at the Circuit of the Americas with NASCAR in town. Tyler Reddick, driver of the 45 car there on the screen, he dominated the Cup Series race on Sunday, but had to survive several late restarts after a crash-filled inning. The victory was his first of the year. However, it's currently unclear if the series will be back, as NASCAR has the option on whether or not to return to the track in 2024. Finally, we'll end with a goodbye. After 6 tournaments in Austin, the PGA announced that this year would be the final Dell match play. Longhorn alumni Scotty Scheffler had a shot to defend his 2022 title, but fell in a playoff in the semifinals to Sam Burns. Burns would go on to defeat Cameron Young in the final of the knockout-style tournament for his 5th career victory on the tour. Guys, Emily Sloan, it was quite the weekend to be a sports fan here in Austin.
I agree. I'm most excited about Rodney Terry. I was rooting him from the beginning when he got interim coach, and now he's head coach, so pretty excited.
Adam, let me ask you. I am not much of a sports fan, but you mentioned Terry signed a $3 million 5-year contract. Is that average, and what can we expect out of that?
Yeah, it's actually honestly less than Chris Beard was making. Chris Beard was earning $5 million a year, so Terry actually earning less per year, but his players love him. He loves the University of Texas. He actually bought a house here in Austin before he knew that he was going to get this job, so loves the program, been here for a while. It's going to be fun to watch the Longhorns next year.
An Austinite, true and true, before he was even here.
Wildflowers look different this year. What to expect this flower season in Central Texas?
A loose dog walking over 60 miles. How one Austinite is trying to find him a home.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But there's a lot more to say, like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Wash hands now.
Hand washing is one of the best ways to stay healthy all year long.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father.
Crippling depression, anxiety, exhaustion.
I was in prison and her mom had a heart attack.
There's a lot of institutional issues and challenges that suggest to us that dads aren't essential, and I've always rejected that.
Sometimes you don't have to know everything about being a dad. You just gotta be there.
You may have noticed wildflowers popping up all over town a little bit earlier than usual. Reporter Avery Huff is in the studio to tell us about why that is.
Students walking around today may be bothered by the rain, but it's because of days like these that our native plants are so colorful this season.
Tuesday twilights at the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center has live music and specialty cocktails, but the real show are the wildflowers.
Gardens change weekly here, so if you come to this week's Tuesday Twilights, you're going to see something very different in the gardens next week.
It's a rainy day here at the Wildflower Center, but experts say that's why this year's bloom is going to be so vivid.
With 284 acres, the Wildflower Center has a lot of bluebonnets and other native plants. Over at UT, the organization called Bevo is also promoting wildflowers and native plants for their bees. They have hives on campus with thousands of bees that act as native pollinators.
Wildflowers and then the organisms that depend on them, the bees, the butterflies, both of those things are completely mystifying and totally infinite, but they are not literally infinite, that these are organisms that are incredibly vulnerable. These are the Greg's mistflower, super beautiful, very hardy, very regenerative.
Though not in full bloom, Bevo has a native pollinator garden and provides workshops about bees and sustainability. While this has been a good year so far, there's always worries that climate change will threaten wildflowers. That's why experts say continue to plant native plants.
Wildflowers are not only the past, the ancient and distant past, but they are the future. They are the way to undo a lot of the damage that we've done gardening incorrectly, or at least with different objectives. If the objective now is to take it easy on the environment, wildflowers are the way to do that.
To find native blooms near you, check out a link with this story at reportingtexas.com. You can join the Texas Wildflower Watch, where people across the state update each other on where the blooms are at.
Effective May 1st, parking at Zilker Park will cost you more 2 parking spots than where free will now charge you on weekends and holidays. The South Barton Springs pool lot and the one off Stratford Road will now charge $7. In addition, parking areas that already charged $5 will have the same increase. The Austin Parks and Recreation Department hopes these increases will help with traffic issues and fund safety initiatives like lighting and electric vehicle stations.
A lost dog is still looking for a home after traveling from North Georgetown to South Austin. Sasha Agiel is the founder of Jack's Pack Street Dog Rescue. She found the dogs along Interstate 35 and Mopac Expressway. In February, the dog was given the nickname Miles for its long travel to Austin. He is an 18-month-old Lieberger, which is a rare and expensive German dog breed. Agiel called local veterinarians' offices and searched social media posts online, but wasn't able to trace Miles to any missing dog cases.
So much time alone that I don't want that for him anymore. He loves being around people.
Agiel believes Miles was unlikely to have been dumped or intentionally set loose by his last owner. She's holding out hope that Miles will find a home. If you have a missing pet, the Austin Animal Center recommends to scan for a microchip at a local vet clinic or 24-hour emergency pet hospital for free.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Reporting Texas TV.
If you would like to check out any of our stories from this newscast, please visit reportingtexas.com. We'll see you next Thursday. Good night.